Okay, welcome to ETN News. A lot of stuff's been heating up, and this is a island. I can't pronounce those names. There's Brava, and this is north of La Palma. All right, now that island has been burning for days. I'm talking about it's burnt just about the whole island. And up here, the volcano, Iceland. Now, do you remember when we was searching the magma flow? And you could see the magma flow out here off the coast, out from the city. And I explained that it was an early warning. It was heated up, so something has to happen there in the near future, or we wouldn't have seen it heat up like it did. Now look at this. This is hundreds of miles around, and it's going out into the ocean, right through this city. I mean, this is a lot. And I don't know, I hope they was prepared for all this. The whole end of the island is in red flames, volcanic. The island is splitting in half right through the Mid-Atlantic Ridge coming up through there, and it's splitting Iceland in half, the fault line. Because like the Mid-Atlantic Ridge is spreading apart, Iceland will spread apart. That's a crack. That's what's causing all this. You can see here the anomalies coming across. And this is North America. Now out here on the Mendocino Fault, we get earthquakes down here sometime. Let's go over here. Okay, you can see right here. Now we get earthquakes down here sometimes, and now we got a hot spot in the middle of the ocean, and it looks to be like on the ocean floor. I can't see nothing on the GOES 16 live satellite because it's too cloudy from here up into Washington. We got a big cloud that's going around, and it's blocking my view, so I can't see what it is. But it is a hot spot, and it's showing on the farm's fire map. That's not good from what activity we're having. Now here's what we got going on. Here's Australia. Now Australia, let's talk about this a moment. 4.4, Meriden, Australia, west-northwest of Meriden, and that is 6.3 miles deep, and a 4.6, 4.5 miles deep. Over here on this side, we got a 4.4, Denman, Australia, north of there, and a 4.8. Down south, we got a 3.9, south-southwest of Mount Buller, Australia. Okay, now over here on the Google map, right here around Mount Skene viewpoint, it is north of that right here in this area, and there's nothing to be found there. Now that's the small one down here on the bottom. And we go up here around these other earthquakes, and let me see where we're located. Okay, I've got lost. Let's see over here on the earthquakes what we got. Muse Wellbrook. Alright, let's go over here and look at this. And what I found is a lot of working Yeah, here we go. Right here. Are they blasting and causing a weak spot in the crust? Or what are they doing down here? Something's causing a weak spot in this area, and I can't see or tell if they're doing blasting or whatever they're doing. What would cause a weak spot? I wonder what kind of mining they're doing. Okay. Don't know, but right there is where we're having the earthquakes. These right here, the 4.8 and the 4.4. One's 6.0 miles deep, and the other one is 6.2. It's a little concerning, making a weak spot if they're doing blasting. Okay, this is Kilauea. The earthquakes are still coming down to the slump. Still got a lot of activity over here south of the volcano. In Alaska, we're backing up in certain spots, but it's cleared out up this way. And you see a couple small quakes around the volcanoes, Mount St. Helens, Mount Rainier. Then we got a 2.9 west-northwest of Petrolia, California, 14.1 miles deep. And we had this 4.3, I think, is what they got it as now. 4.3 east-northeast of Walker Lake, Nevada. We had a 4 point something over here in Texas, too, south of White City, New Mexico. Alright, now this is about all we have. 2.2 northwest of Ridgely, Tennessee, around the major, 3.8 miles deep, the new major seismic zone. Yellowstone at 1.2, north-northeast of Alta, Wyoming, 6.4 miles deep. Alright, now what we have going on still yet, I have to bring you an update on this. Okay, here's what was going on. We seen building up 3 to 5 days, looking for that building up. Well, this should be about the 4th or the 5th day that we've been looking for this earthquake. And what time it was building, and we was watching for the first earthquake, it started building and releasing again. That was yesterday. That's when I put out the report. Something was releasing. Well, and that's when we got the 4 point something in Texas, and we got a 4.3 over here around Walker Lane. And it's building again. So that's 3 times. Then we still haven't seen the earthquake from this. Don't put your guard down yet. This here is 4.6 Fiji region, 341.3 miles deep. 4.5, 314.2 miles deep. Over here around Indonesia, a 4.4, 258.7 miles deep. Now, up here around Japan, this is where it's getting spooky. It's getting really spooky around here. Now, if this was building 3 times, and it's just releasing, all we could see was a release, but it's not releasing enough. So there's going to be a very large quake somewhere, and it's looking like it may be over here around Japan, right where they put the warning out here a while back. This is putting pressure the Pacific Plate, like I said on my last few updates to let you understand. This is moving this way. This Pacific Plate, you can see the dip. It's moving up toward Australia like a twist. North American Plate is going up and toward the northwest. west-northwest. I think it's how it goes. But anyway, this has got a twist. This is putting pressure on the Cascadia, but it's pulling over here on these faults. And Australia, getting pressure put up on it because it's going that way. And we'll have pressure up on New Zealand. Alright, we got this earthquake still coming. Don't put your guard down yet. We just have to extend it a little bit because that's 3 times it's built and build it up, and it still hasn't occurred yet. Maybe because some of it may have went up here to Iceland, some of the pressure, and it may not have. But still yet, we're still looking for a large quake. Be prepared for that large quake. And it looks like it's going to hit on this side now. Still could hit on this side of the plate, Pacific plate. But it's looking like it's going to hit over here the way everything's building up. Got a 4.8, 4.8, and 4.6. This one is 40.1 miles deep. The other two is 6.2 miles deep. And Russia had a lot of activity up here, up toward Alaska. So we got to watch this. I'm not sure, but it's looking like it's going to hit this side. But it could hit over here. So be prepared if you live on the main fault line, anywhere down around the Ring of Fire or down through California, places like that, because it hasn't released enough pressure. It just released a little bit. We just got a couple 4s. That's not enough. It's not half enough. Now we got a hot spot out here on the Mendocino Fault, under it, out on the Pacific. But it's just getting spooky. And this here, tsunami station in event mode, come on this morning, early this morning, but that's around Indian Ocean. We used to see this tsunami station go into event mode right before we got a large quake, because the tsunami station is anchored to the ocean floor. The ocean floor moves, it jerks it and it dunks it a little bit, but it don't show much of anything, any changes. Now over here on this side, we had these two go into event mode, Core C1, Core C2. 2 different times. Both times we've seen a good sized earthquake. These plates are moving and it will make the tsunami station go into event mode. It's not boats, it's not ships, nothing like that causing this right now. We got too much building up and pressure releases around the Pacific plate, and that's part of it. And now we got these storms, 70 miles per hour, it's 75 right now, typhoon, heading right for Japan. And it's going to come in as a 120 mile per hour, very strong typhoon over here toward the west coast. 90% chance in 7 days, so you know that one's probably going to make a hurricane or something. This is Gilma, 100 mile per hour, category 2. Supposed to go to 80, category 1, and die down. Which we gotta watch that. It could always speed back up. Category 1 on this one, it's called Hone. And right here is Hawaii. So we got this one here coming in on the edge of Hawaii. Then we got this one coming in, and then we got another one heading this way. So 3 is heading toward Hawaii. So you don't just have earthquakes. Be prepared for all these storms. It's a tropical storm warning around the island right now. Look at Mexico. I don't know what just caused that to happen. It's been a glitch. Check this one out. Now, Storms don't make these kind of patterns. Not a regular storm. And it's just raining in this. This is what I call man-made. Don't know what they made it out of. Don't know what they're doing, but using signal or whatever they're using, you know storms don't look like that. It's because it's not nature. It's a man-made storm. And that is northwest of Mexico City. And right now, if you live down here, you probably don't even see no evidence of this. You know, in most areas. Because right in the middle, it's calm, which now it's got that round circle here. Very light rain, very light rain. Out on the outside is 2.46 extreme rain. I wonder if you're getting flooded out down there, or is this a signal in the air trying to make a storm? Whatever they're using to do that with. Alright, watch for that large earthquake. It's not nothing to play with. This earthquake is going to come across, and it's going to be a big earthquake. And Japan looks like it's right in line with Japan, which it could go anywhere. So don't just think it's not coming, because if it doesn't give over here in Japan, then the Cascadia will give. So don't let your guard down. Got to be prepared. I'll see you on the next updates. I'll be watching, but like I said, don't let your guard down. It just hasn't hit yet.